Attention gamers, as you all know I'm just like any other League of Legends player, pissed off and convinced I am better than my rank, as this was me a few months ago, cockier than a rooster named Richard, making losing bets that as of now look like I'm going to be one tricking freaking ace all pretty soon. So hard stuck in silver I summoned NEACE, the famous league coach, to try and cure my Rav on the Rift syndrome, which resulted in a few things. 1. We made a banger video of the collab. 2. In just a few games he turned feeding into fierce when describing my gameplay. And 3. I started climbing faster than a lonely cougar up a fireman cosplay male stripper's leg. So yeah, NEACE is a miracle worker. But, I did have him coach me on a champ that I already knew better than Yasuo's know the back of their own base, so when he tried to convince me to participate in his upcoming bootcamp, I politely told his smug ass that he needs to earn that respect, proving he can coach me on a champ I have literally never played. And for those of you who watched my mathematical pantheon video, you know that if top lane was a bowl of soup I would be a f***ing fork. And as proof of my eternal nightmare virginity, our first champ select looked like this.
Because he's considered a jungle for some reason. You don't have him? You just had him. Oh, we might have to dodge.
Yeah, so we dodged and I had to fill an awkward 5 minutes with my incredible jokes.
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana?
But what you are about to witness is the magnificent Morpheus hard at work, somehow always knowing everything that is about to happen.
Put a ward above you. You know he's coming.
Before it happens.
How does he always know?
Which, long story short, turned my silver hard stuck ass into the beast of the east, both legendary and with farm on par with a slightly drunk Froggen. And so before we get into the full transformation training sesh, here is my personal seal of approval / sales pitch for his bootcamp. It's like 1/8 of the price of his normal coaching. There's exclusive content and an amazing community running it. I legitimately will be participating in it as a student, doing all the drills, hanging in Discord and hosting certain events like an exclusive AMA where I will appear on camera for the first time ever. Not to mention a $10,000 prize pool tournament with randomly assigned teams so anyone can win at the end. And on top of that, I cried poor until he gave me an affiliate link, so if you sign up using the link below, you will not only be one of my co-campers as a student, but you will also be supporting me and my content financially. So don't think about it, just impulse buy that shit and let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so here was the NEACE Nocturne nonsense, and I guess if you were looking for flashes you will just have to buy Corinna Kopp's OnlyFans, but here are the magical runes he had me running. And immediately before even the first of the red and blue hoodlum babies touch dick tips in the center, he's asking me to incriminate myself.
Do you have a vision button like enemy has warded here?
And having me doing things that for 10 years of playing this game I was always too lazy to do, #eyeballs in the bush status. Then he presented me with a very simple conditional statement.
If you hit that Q, walk up and auto him.
Before sounding like he was recording for a new song called Auto
Him. Auto him. Q, and then auto him, and then ignite if he stays.
And pointing out what probably half of you are cringe shitting your pants over in the comments already.
Don't forget to use your corrupting pots. Just like use them constantly. Yeah, use one now. It's fine.
But it was all good because jamming out to the NEACE single Auto Him was quite the killer combo on this smoky pokey floating horseshoe.
Walk up, auto, and ignite. You don't have to shove.
And after an early back to get our whip so we could do the nay on Nocturne, Mr. Omniscient started going off about our options and how to play this phase of the game.
Have TP options whenever you want, and you're gonna have ult options soon. Generally, what I like to do in this position now is if we can kill the Silas and set him up, by all means, but I'd rather you just start shoving the wave over and over again and crashing it under tower.
But all I heard out of all that was,
if we can kill the Silas.
So I was all about blowing my Genki gas up his ass and fear funneling to oblivion until NEACE said,
yeah, he's dead.
But I'd like to make sure. This left 2 chains acting more timid than a flat chick wearing a sports bra and a wet t-shirt contest, so the strat became shove then stray as blimps of Rav syndrome still poked out.
Oh, yeah, don't waste that.
But he had big plans for my first trip, and it was to lather some honey on a big ol' homicide as President NEACE gave me the green light to engage.
Ult him there. Q and then ignite.
And bam, the floating bumblefuck got bamboozled, and since Bondage Boy was still more frozen than a popsicle, he had me stay.
Now take plates. Use your corrupting pots and take plate.
But I guess there was the assumption that I would not attack an enemy until I was out of tower, so a few shots and a Reaper as a tenant to my taint, and I lost color on my screen for a bit. So then he had me travel back north to continue reminding this greasy chain child that later on if someone says top diff it's not a compliment to him, and as NEACE had me repeat this little routine that I started calling the hooded midget employee genocide then hide pattern, which he referred to as printing money.
We're just gonna print money. We're gonna print money up here. That's all we're doing.
But I get more antsy than a kid with poison ivy on his gooch when it comes to sitting in a lane, so at this point I was pleading with coach to give me a plan like a hired hitman.
Now full combo him and ignite him and use your corrupting pot. Just everything. Yep, R and then spam your buttons, everything.
R and spam my buttons is my middle name, so I obliged like Mary J herself, and we snuck in a successful under statue solo slap special. And when I'm popping off, it's a bad habit for me to start revealing weird things about myself.
I sit when I pee.
That's what you're thinking?
I'm thinking about dragon fruit kombucha.
Then this sass master F starts micromanaging the way I path to bot.
Run there in a straight line.
And getting a little snarky with me.
What's going on? I want to see the action. What just happened to our Elise? I didn't see it.
And I'm thinking, the fuck you think happened? Someone did something dumb as shit and now our team hates each other. This is League. But it's all good because he set me up to execute this thing called a lane gank, where all I had to do was turn the lights out and then Ted Bundy myself onto this Kaisa, as we all witnessed the first time ever in League's history a Mao Kai got a kill so easy, double to foreshadow a bigger dub and call me presumptuous, but there were a few times where I could hear the sheer admiration he had of my dope dodging mechanics.
W, good. Now just leave. Good choice. Good
And
job.
I feel like this next play was a great way for us to get to know each other a little better. I learned that he is an all-knowing deity that senses every living being's locations at all times.
Put a ward above you. You know he's coming.
And he learned that when he tells me to Q,
Save your Q here. You might be able to use it on him. Q him.
what he'll get is shaky as best as I sometimes forget to reactivate important abilities and die without dealing any death in return. And after that last performance, I think he readjusted his understanding of my capabilities, because a minute later when I told him I was about to slam my dick so hard into my alt key it would get pregnant, he was like,
No. Let's go to bottom. I don't want you to throw.
But it's probably a good thing he put me on the leash, because I needed those cooldowns. A minute later during the giant jerk off a Wormwing festival, as I TP'd in and waited for Dad on Discord to deliver the orders.
Now, Malzar, go.
And I felt like I played it pretty well. I did my best girl in a gangbang positioning impersonation, nailed the whip and the nay, but NEACE, and always looking for ways to improve.
Use your corrupting pots as well. Don't forget you have them. Don't forget you have them.
So I deemed it a good time to ask if my wife's absence of any arousal was due to my lack of attractive qualities, or if it was just all in her head.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a mind game.
That's what I keep fucking telling her.
Anyways, we quickly cucked a Kane, abused his obese frog, and then prepped for a reset.
And I'll just reset.
But then this asshole interrupts his master plan, so I ask if I can have permission to call him a dick.
Yeah.
Then he had me attempt to brainwash the buttsuckers that I had on my team.
Ping Baron a couple times just to put into your team, like the timer. Ping the timer just a couple times. Just to put in your team's mind. You're brainwashing with English. Okay?
And I told him objectives are cool and all, but I was feeling frisky and to coach me through something risky, so he guided me like an all-knowing Morpheus, making the sounds of his sequence strategy sound almost seductive as we dead bitched them all in base. And thus game 1, call it beginner's luck. I collected my LP like 90%, convinced that I would sign up for his bootcamp at this point after just one, so when he asked,
You want to run a second one?
I was so aroused you'd think I snorted 3 lines of powdered Cialis straight up my urethra. And thus round 2 we had some serious strategizing about how I should go about requesting a lane swap if necessary.
B, just say something like, I poop butt on Echo.
And I don't think Uncle Morpheus realizes that I am a very subordinate student and will do as he says, but then the rest of loading screen was just us riffing a bit on this Vlad skin.
Yo, malpractice chiropractor Vlad giving me creepy vibes.
Yeah, I don't know. Me too.
They should call him Jerry Sandusky Vlad.
Shit like this is what got Cosby out.
It's the surprise to see Chris Hansen skin.
You know what? That's the Harvey Weinstein skin, Vladimir.
Neck fetish Vladimir loading in.
You want to be in my movie?
Anyways, there was some debate over which lane we thought Vixen Virgin Cherry Popper Vlad would be in, as NEACE was convinced it would be top.
I'm just telling you, it's 90% of the time he's top.
So I make a simple gentleman's bet that if I'm right we buy a goat, shave its stomach, and do tequila shots off of it together like frat boys bonding over sheer stupidity.
Yeah, I do. I don't really drink, but like, yeah. Like this is such a guarantee.
And sure enough, look where Draco went.
Oh my fucking god, so fucking stupid. These guys are stupid. Okay, whatever. Go to top. This is trash.
So NEACE, if you are watching, I'll buy us the goat. Anyway, since I'm not accustomed to getting anything but shit on in a one-on-one setting top, I kept shying away from trades, to which coach said,
No, you don't give up that trade. You don't give up that trade.
So I finally fully committed like a balding middle-aged man who finally realized he's never getting lucky again as a single man, and sure enough it all worked out. So I asked him if he thought I was a good boy.
Yep.
Like a really, really good boy.
Yep.
Duh. Thanks coach, you're not too bad yourself.
And then he started breaking down some specific win conditions I needed to obey in order to win fights.
The only thing you have to W his stun.
To which I immediately did this. But thankfully the best part of this echo ran down his mother's leg, so shout out to my homie Stone Tits for the assist on that one. And then I was still being a timid Timmy.
Don't hesitate. I want this gone. Just get me moving.
But Morpheus was having none of that small dick energy in here.
Get right up in his face. Tell him to go away.
Till eventually we got him down to like half health, and I guess that was enough to warrant this call.
Use your Crepty Pot, use your whip. You can ult and ignite him if you want and kill him.
Hashtag NEACE nonsense on Nocturne OPO. P. And then I asked if we cared about the bronzies in my comments that will point out I have 2 wards chilling in my ball sack.
Oh, we don't care.
Anyways, I've been killing time all early game. That's an echo joke, kids, and now he rewarded my patience by saying it's time to go bot, turn the lights out, and forcefully introduce myself to the underleveled less than 200 years man-childs down there, and that went as expected, but I wanted to celebrate this double by parading my flaccid dick around like a helicopter only to get lectured.
Get in the brush, get in the brush, get in the brush, get in the brush, get in the brush. You're wasting time. I want to get us back to top. Press B.
Then back top, still keeping my wards together, hoping one will stick his ween in the other, and I will have more in there soon without a worry in the world, because any gank was handled with total grace like this.
Okay. Fear. Yeah, and just walk away. Easy.
And then after Grumpy Bear leaves to go find out which slut drank the porridge, I let Echo know that not having enough mana to ult around me would be a nightmare. Yeah, I'm so cool with this commentary, it's cringe, but what's cringe is this tower that couldn't even kill my ass, am I right? Anyways, I get help from my jungle that I didn't need, so we double teamed that time, twat, but I wanted to go check it on Harvey Weinstein Vlad, so I asked if I could hit him with his own move, aka turn the lights off and touch him, and long story short, he burns all of his cooldowns just to run straight back toward the light like a fucking fly. So between my KDA and my farm, you would not think I was a hard-stuck gold playing a champ for the second time ever, and I guess NEACE forgot that too by asking me to do simple things like this.
Just sidestep that Q, it's whatever.
And well, my mom would never say I was a mistake, but my dad would be the first to say they didn't budget for him to bust his nut that night. But then right back up top for redemption and to take what is mine, which at this point in time was a fat frog, until Marty McFly deems it a good idea to get in the arena with me until Sandusky Draco comes, making me capital F fucked, but thanks to a room temperature IQ on the Mohawk man, I got a kill and an escape route, buy one get one free special. And thus it was time for the true test. Could NEACE coach me through the intense mechanic of fighting a Rift Herald?
You can dodge the punch.
Shit.
You see that punch that just hit you? You can dodge that, yes.
Crap.
Every time you hit the eye? No. Every time you hit the eye,
What the
it's
piss?
gonna punch. Well, didn't that time. I don't fucking know this game, dude.
But PvE is boring when he is a PvP coach getting me fed and making calls like this.
I would ult them. I would ult Twitch, though. Easy target, Twitch. Full combo.
Which basically made me feel like the varsity stud quarterback in a small town high school of hoes in these hallways, and I feel like I could rely on him to answer all of my questions.
Hey NEACE, if you domesticated a wild rabbit and started bathing it exclusively in Red Bull, would you say it's acceptable to officially name it the Energizer Bunny?
No, I wouldn't.
Anyways, he has me TP into one more fight, lights out, guns out of something about shitty son is the saying, to which I do it flawlessly.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Q, but...
So yeah, I doubted that he could turn me Rav first timing a melee champ top and ranked into a beast, but he did tell me.
I told you. I told you. The funniest part about this, though, is that you were right about the damn... Echo.
Yeah, Bootcamp.
14 days, 50 games.
Kicking ass. Taking names.
All right, I've got a bunch of custom content made up, and I'm trying to help people climb.
As in gaining LP in no time.
I'm also probably gonna have a tournament for some money, so people that sign up actually have a chance to win money too.
How about 10K dollar bills, boo? Don't be dumb.
I mean, it's honestly the best educational event for just getting better at League.
Free of tilt or rift fatigue.
I spend all my free time working on this game and understanding it, so yeah.
So yeah.
You know, join up, J up.
J the fuck up.
Rav will be there.
And I will be climbing the fastest, I swear.
Yeah. Can't let Rav beat you on the climber. That's just...
It's just what NEACE.
That'd be hilarious.
Rav out.
With Rabby boy, I'm in your crib with the blappy boy. Talk to me slick and I'm popping your pappy. If happy talk back, then I'm taking your Grammy, and boy oh boy, I'll make her happy. Let's go.